out of all the programs that I had registered for or groups that I'd been part of, was the most organically and organizationally tailored for the quality of leadership that I required in such a chaotic time.
It is such a departure from like whatever else you have going on in your life to get on that call and to be held kind of for that hour in a very particular way. It's like out of time with what else is going on. And it's such a gift.
You know, already I've revisited the curriculum since the VL program, probably 3 or 4 times. What I'm reaping from this material seems to be exponential. It doesn't seem to be waning down, like I'm getting less and less out of it. It actually seems to be growing. I'm actually getting more and more out of it, even now out of the VL program.
I don't care how I feel. I don't have time for that. I'm just gonna do until you crash and burn and you're just like, wait, I've been able to do this for such a long time. How come I'm not? And it's because it's unsustainable, right? And so what happens when you're able to like allow for the watering of the plant and allow for the sun and allow for all different aspects of it so that the path can be revealed, and like how that is what success is based off of.
I think there is an honoring of what is happening in the moment, being able to break rules on the go. So I think it gives a certain amount of permission for everyone to show up in the way they want to.
As we're allowing our creative energy to like really bubble up and be willing to express it, there are times where I ask myself, is this crazy? Is this stupid? Does this idea make any sense? And I feel that it's so important to have people who can mirror us back to us, and people to reflect certain things like, hey, this is what I'm thinking, or this is what I'm feeling, and just find the support or know that there's somebody who just sees you.
But in those really quiet moments where you go for a run in the forest, who am I? Why am I here? Right? Like, what are those elements that transcend roles? Wayfinding for me has been like the path to connecting to that.
I was in really bad shape. I was really getting depressed. I was angry. And I've shed all that. There are things that I learned to put down that I wanted to. And it was about giving myself permission to do it.
Let yourself be taken and held by the systems, by the facilitation, by the leadership that's there. It's totally worth it. It's priceless work. It's priceless work.
The thing about Larissa and about the cohort is that it's challenging. Like, you got to bring your A game in a really good way. Like, you have to really show up and be really present. And that's like the best kind of challenge.
It may just be the birth of something greater in you, from you, than ever before. Is it worth it? If something greater than ever before could possibly come out of you by leaning into this terrifying territory of your power, knowing that something's gonna die. I don't know. I think that's the wildness in me is like, yes, like, yes, of course.
It takes a lot of imagination and a lot of courage and a lot of boldness and a lot of community in order to feel supported and grounded in knowing, like, no, this is true, and this is what I need, and like I'm willing to stand for this because it's necessary.
I became aware of my own nervous system, and I think that through the practices I became aware of just noticing my own nervous system and my patterns, and now having so much more awareness of my baseline being calm and understanding how I get to that, and that in order to approach any work or create anything or be in my creative flow, I need to constantly first maintain that baseline, like, calm nervous system and be in my own natural rhythm.
There are many tools out there, and this tool might focus a little bit on A and has a color, and the other tool might just be very different. But I think it's the integration of the tool and having that support in the community. And yeah, I think what you're all focusing on more is the posture of it and like landing in the embodiment of it.
It's like meeting your tribe for the first time. It's like, and a realization, oh my goodness, this is my tribe. This is home.
And they're just amazing people. They're just fun and funny. And I just genuinely love this community.
Be powerful. You can do it. Don't try to do it alone. Like here's a platform for you to get some incredible support with that. Like here's a place to learn how to do that and how to uplift others. And there are leaders out there that are supporting in this way, and not from a higher seat, but from a level seat, from a human place. This is what I experienced in Vital Leadership. It's incredibly important more now than ever that people are stepping into their power and claiming their consciousness through their own human bodies, through their own innate sensing, through their hearts, with their minds and with each other.
It's very refreshing to be in a room with people where you're like, oh, we can play. This is fun. All right, bring it on.
I knew that Larissa Conti was like an absolute magical person. I mean, within not even 30 seconds of meeting her. I mean, I think she sets the standard for what these things are. There's so many people doing these kinds of programs.
When you know it's it. And so like, I think what I was sharing in context to like anyone thinking about this program or feeling magnetized to this community or any of those things, just trust that you will know if it's it.